more about this Rex character,
Uh,
um, which I
Okay.
think we were just talking about Rex because we've
Yep.
been talking about him for a while, and finally
yeah,
we see him appear in this one.
Yep. We finally get to see Rex, and now we know who Trace and Rafa were talking to.
You mean from the last episode?
Yep.
Yeah, they're talking to somebody. Although at
But
the end of this episode, Rex seems to be calling somebody too, isn't it? Like
yeah, but we don't really know who it is yet. But
like a mysterious guy. So I just saw this one. He says, who was he talking to? It may
uh,
not be Ahsoka, or it may be
Ahsoka, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, at least we see Captain Rex after we talked about him for so long.
is this what he looked like? Oh wait, is this him? This is the older version, right?
No, that's not him.
Oh, which one is it? Okay.
He
Oh,
was
that
that was like a few other older clans
one. Oh,
as well that he was with, but that none of those are Rex.
oh yeah. So these are fellow clones, Wolf and Gregor, or some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Rex mentioned in this episode that he's first generation clone. What about the Bad Batch? What would they be? Generation 2?
I don't think
Yeah,
they actually revealed
yeah,
that, but
it's-
we know that they're like not regular clients.
no, well, we know that they are Gen 2.
How do we know
Um,
they're Gen 2? Though?
Yeah, they were described as Generation 2 back when they were trying to be back when the scientists and everyone that was going to be eliminating them
Yeah.
was trying to catch them.
Yeah.
Where
Maybe.
all the fetuses were growing and stuff.
Okay.
Yep, but at least they explain quite a lot of things that happened, as well as explain a lot of things which happened in the final episode of the Clone Wars.
So what happened in the final episode of Clone Wars?
Effectively, Rex tried to kill Ahsoka while
Yeah.
he actually had the inhibitor chip in.
So.
But before he completely burst, he did mention Fives, which was the clone who was trying to warn everyone that the inhibitor chips
Okay.
were a bit of an issue or a problem because some of the clones actually had the chip activated before Order 66. So that was an interesting storyline in the Clone Wars.
But he doesn't have the chip anymore, right?
No, because Ahsoka knocked him out and took the chip off.
Yep. Okay, so Ahsoka was the one who removed the chip.
Yeah, but Rex tried to kill him.
Tried to kill her.
Yeah. Because he said that he can control it, and that's what happened. He couldn't control it.
See, you mean once the chip is on?
Yeah, like even Wrecker. Like now we see that this head bump really did affect him. So even he couldn't control it.
Yeah, but then they eventually got it off him in this episode.
Yep. So the same thing happened with Rex.
Yeah.
He was kind of crazy as well, but then when Ahsoka took out the chip, he like became back to normal.
How come it didn't affect the other members in this episode? Because they were fine. They took out.
Well, they said that their physiology is slightly different, so they're not like the regulars, like the regs. So
yeah, okay, but Wrecker was affected too.
Yeah, once he got his head like knocked.
Okay.
I think it started to affect him more, or it started to affect him more.
And also Crosshair, right?
Yeah, Crosshair was the first.
Yeah.
Like the one who didn't follow the rules the most ended up saying, "Kid, soldiers follow orders."
Follow orders.
Yeah.
Yes. Hmm.
It
Okay.
seemed like Bracca was being uh, influenced a lot because he was constantly getting headaches.
Oh yeah, Wrecker, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrecker. Yeah.
Because he hit his head.
Hmm.
So now we know that it was actually the inhibitor chip that was like playing a part in that.
Yeah. But so I guess right as of now, all their chips have been removed.
Yep, all the chips have been removed. Everyone except Crosshairs.
Does Omega have a chip?
They
No,
explained that she doesn't have one.
no, yeah, no chip.
So she's special.
And yeah, it seems like at the end the Scrapping Guild wants to turn in the Bad Batch. Because they said inform the Empire at the end.
Oh yeah, intruders.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Well,
Yes.
you remember where Omega first came from? She was like the maid girl to the main clones, wasn't she?
Oh,
Omega, she was
oh yeah.
a maid servant, yeah, a maid, or um, she was like an attendant to that tall clone thing.
The people, the Kaminoans.
Oh, yeah.
Kaminoans.
Camino.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Kaminoans.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And that was basically supposed to be her destiny, just to be the very close maidservant or uh, some uh, doctor or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess they haven't fully mentioned the
Purpose.
about Omega because we do know that she's part of the
Club.
irregular clones.
Yeah. She may play a part in the. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like because didn't they have like a problem with the DNA or something and
Yeah.
they were
Because they're
saying,
running out as well.
yeah.
And considering that there were only 5 irregular clones. Yeah. Omega is one of those irregular clones, as they mentioned. And Echo again was irregular, so not actually one of the irregulars from the Bad Batch. So he used to be a reg.
Let's see.
Easter eggs, yeah. Battle Skies. Yeah, that's actually a good name for the episode.
Battle scars.
Yeah.
Because of inhibitor chips.
Yeah, and they're also mentioning all the battles that they had before and
Yeah.
what the story.
Captain Rex obviously is the biggest Easter egg. Long-standing character from the Clone Wars, second only to the central cast of Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan, Padme, Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah.
He's often attached to Anakin and Ahsoka. At the end of Clone Wars, so this is what Jono mentioned, Ahsoka succeeded with great difficulty in removing Rex's control chip before the other clones could kill her as part of the Emperor's Order 66. He had to see the death of these clones firsthand, which led him to the realization that they died on the wrong side of the war.
Yep, and considering that Rex and Ahsoka fought their way off one of those ships at the end of the Clone Wars was another big Easter egg, I think. They actually went back to like one of those ships to go to the medical facility to take out the chips. So that facility is practically similar or practically the same sort of facility which
you saw in
Rex
this
got it out
episode.
from. Yeah.
So Rex met the Bad Batch before as part of their mission on the planet Annexis. where they discovered Echo was still alive after being transformed by the Separatists. Rex was fond of Echo from when they had previously served together and were distressed by the Separatists having turned him into a living computer.
Yep. Which was kind of an arc through the Clone Wars series.
So now we know Rex turns out to be the person that the Martez sisters, what's their name again? Trace and
Rafa.
And Rafa were contacting last week.
Yeah.
It makes sense that he would know them since he was close with Ahsoka.
Mm.
He first met Rafa and Trace in the Clone Wars. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we mentioned Rafa and Trace in the Clone Wars as well in the previous episode.
Yes. Battle Stars also implies Rex is still in touch with Ahsoka herself as she tries to fight against the Empire. So we mentioned this too. Rex is a Gen 1 clone. This isn't really a technical term that's been used with any specificity in the past, however, it can be presumed to mean the first batch of clones. Rex also mentions Fives, the clone trooper who discovered the inhibitor chips and was killed as part of the fallout of that discovery.
Yep, which was its own arc.
Right. Okay. Bracca. So that's the Bracca. Oh, that's the planet, right?
Yeah, that's the
Shipbreaking
planet
yachts.
at the
Yep.
beginning of Jedi Fallen Order.
Yep.
There's T works there.
Who works where?
Cal Kestis at the beginning worked as like a scrapper.
Oh, who the heck? Cal Kestis,
while
Jedi
hiding,
Padawan.
yeah.
Works there while attempting to hide from the Empire. Technically, the planet was first mentioned in Resistance Reborn, so it's a tie-in novel. Released shortly before the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Scrapper Guild Patrols are a new addition. Alright, so this is just for patrols. Among the rubble of the scrapyard can be seen as a variety of ships, including Republic cruisers.
Revan's mask is probably not right because Revan's mask was kind of a Mandalorian mask.
Okay. Kind of. Well, it says reminiscent. It's not
Reminiscent.
Not saying it is. So.
Yeah, but Darth Revan's mask was taken from Mandalorian.
Okay. And then there's Republic cruisers. You can see Y-wing Rex used to escape in the Clone Wars finale.
Yep.
But just errand. What's this? About the Rokai from whom the beverage seems to have stolen a lizard. Are brand new. Okay.
Yeah, that was an interesting happening.
Yeah, they stole a lizard.
They stole a lizard, but we didn't see them steal a lizard. They just opened it like that.
Yeah. It's nice to have something new to make the Star Wars universe continue to feel bigger.
Yeah.
The lizard, whom Omega nicknames Ruby, also appears to be a brand new species.
That lizard that they were sent to retrieve last week was bigger than their ship. How would they have gotten that back?
The lizard last week?
Yeah.
You mean the previous episode beforehand, which was a Rancor?
Oh,
yeah.
That wasn't. Was it last week?
How would they?
The previous week, yeah.
Previous. Yeah.
I mean, that thing was huge, and their ship isn't that big.
Yeah. Well, I guess they didn't even know that was what they were trying to retrieve. They thought it was the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then how did they get it back?
Oh.
Well, it was a smaller Rancor. It wasn't that big.
It was a baby Rancor.
Yeah, it was a baby Rancor. And considering that Wrecker was able to punch his way like not with that Rancor, that was kind of an interesting fight.
It still wouldn't have fit into their ship.
Well, who knows? It doesn't look huge.
It was only slightly bigger than Wrecker.
Wrecker, yeah.
Maybe they stuffed it into a cargo box and flew it home that way.
Well, it wasn't that big though.
A container ship.
Actually, this is all there is. Not too many Easter eggs.
Really interesting.
Maybe BuzzFeed has something.
Maybe. How many Easter eggs out there? Screen Crush, Den of Geeks.
Yeah, obviously Captain Rex is the big one, but that's
The monster was interesting as well. That
which monster?
the water monster.
Oh yeah, the one with the tentacle.
Yeah, that kind of reminded me of the desert ones.
Yeah,
Giant calamari.
calamari. Yeah.
Giant calamari.
Well, I think they had a name for that monster as well in the show.
Mm.
What did they
Yeah.
call it there? I forgot.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
No, the actual episode had a name for it.
Yeah, the Kraken.
Kraken.
Well, maybe reminiscent of Kraken, yeah. But yeah, what was the name that the episode gave it? Yeah, let's see.
I mean, this episode gave it a name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when they shouted.
Yeah, if you
People
see the
apple.
subtitles, they have a name on it.
Right.
It's
It's a Dianoga, apparently, according to the episode subtitles.
Dianoga. Okay. Dianoga.
Dianoga, Star Wars. Noga.
these pink lady apples.
Apparently, it's meant to be the same monster in the garbage masher.
Oh really? You mean in the New Hope?
Yeah, it seems so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
That was not in the water. It's not in the water.
Well, they were kind of in the water.
All the garbage seemed to be in a watery sludge.
Yeah. But I guess now we see it more in this episode. Like they probably didn't have the budget to make a full monster.
Dianoga.
Yeah.
Um,
but apparently it's meant to be.
Ooh, that's what it looks like. Classification: cephalopod. Cephalopod. Yeah.
Squid and octopus.
Right. Sentient though. Sentient cephalopod.
Yeah.
7 tentacles, an eye stalk, a mouth of sharp teeth, and several hearts. Interesting.
So now I guess we know where the monster came from.
Bracca.
Yeah, but since the episode was quite short, not too many Easter eggs to look through.
Yeah.
And since it was quite a dark scene, there's probably not too many either. Yep. Just want to check if there's any more. Not really.
Not really. Other than the question of who was Rex trying to talk to at the end, mysterious rebel ally. Yeah.
TBA.
Sorry.
TBA.
I guess we don't really know. It could be like
Yeah.
Ahsoka or other rebels.
And some people say maybe Bail Organa. But do you think that we'll see Rex again in Bad Batch?
Possibly.
But maybe not soon. Yeah.
No, I think so because whoever is all second thoughts. These things, sometimes somebody's on only for one episode.
Mm,
But he was talking to somebody, so gives the impression that we'll
yes.
see him again.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like in Mandalorian, right? Ahsoka only showed up for one episode. Actually, is it one?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, just
just
one,
one.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but considering, did you think that Rex Rex wearing the robe made him look a bit like a Jedi at one point?
Oh, right. Jedi clone, right?
Yeah. Made him look kind of like it because he had the robe and everything. Until he like
Yeah.
took off the thing, it's like, who is this guy?
In the beginning, you mean when he first revealed himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But I guess instead of like a lightsaber, we hear blaster shots.
Yes.
Who did you think it was when you first saw that?
Oh, I don't think I was even. Yeah, I don't know.
Expecting a reveal.
Yeah.
Yep. But at least now we know it was Rex.
Yeah.
Like we wanted Rex to appear in The Mandalorian as well.
Yeah, because we got Boba Fett, and he looks like him, and because they're all clones, right?
Yeah. Maybe we'll see him in Book of Boba Fett because we know that he doesn't die.
Okay.
And he made it through the entire Rebel series, so
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But he'll be pretty old if they want to put him into Mandalorian. Is there anything else to look at? Because I think we've covered it all.
Just this one thing. It says how
Yeah. Order
it
66.
reveals the true horror of Order 66 and retcons the revenge of the Sith as even more tragic. Why?
Because the clones didn't know what they were doing.
Oh, force. Okay, and force obedience, all the more horrific.
Yeah.
When Jedi Master C4 Dias commissioned a clone army.
C4DS.
C4 Dias commissioned a clone army from the
Kaminoans.
Kaminoans.
Yeah.
He intended them to be the ultimate allies of the Jedi. Okay, but unfortunately he was outmaneuvered by the Sith because Count Dooku had become a Sith apprentice, and so C4 Dias was killed. His clone army became a key part of the revenge of the Sith. So they had inhibitor chips implanted within every clone to enforce their obedience. And when Palpatine issued Order 66, this led to the clone troopers turning on the Jedi they had served under. So already, the Bad Batch has revealed these chips did far more than just turn the clone troopers into assassins. They rewrote the clones' personalities too. So some kind of brainwashing. But the episode we've just seen, it reveals the true horror of it all.
But we did kind of see it happen in the Clone Wars as well, that they
Okay.
kind of didn't really know what they were doing. Even Rex didn't even know what he was doing when even he tried to kill Ahsoka.
Right. And yeah, in this one we see Bracca's chip briefly activate.
Yeah.
And he turns on his friends, even attempting to murder Echo. So shockingly, when he apologizes to Echo for his actions, he reveals his true consciousness was there all along, repressed and unable to exert any control over his body.
Yeah, so that's actually scary that he actually knew what was going on, but he couldn't
While he was
control
doing it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if this was true for Wrecker, then it most likely applies to every clone who obeyed the order. Imagine every single clone trooper's consciousness watching in horror as their bodies became little more than weapons pointed at the Jedi. Yeah, okay, that's pretty horrific.
Yeah, that's...
Because their consciousness was looking on in horror. But they couldn't do anything about it.
It reminds me of
Yeah, that was a picture from the Clone Wars.
Oh,
If you
okay.
look up of Rex.
Right.
Yeah.
That was him trying to kill Ahsoka.
The episode saw Ahsoka lead a mission to capture Darth Maul, and clone troopers painted their helmets in her colors in honor of her. But then, alright, turned into assassins who sought to kill Ahsoka when the order was issued. Now it seems every one of these clones' own minds was still active inside their bodies, and they would no doubt have been silently screaming against what their own bodies were forced to do.
Yeah.
Ultimate Jedi threat brought to an end when the clone troopers turned on the Jedi. But we now know the betrayal was far more shocking than anyone realized at the time. They became nothing more than slaves, unable to resist the influence of the inhibitor chips.
Dang, those inhibitor chips.
But why is it so hard to remove them? Because you said Ahsoka managed to do it,
Yeah,
but did she have to use any of these facilities?
she did. Yeah,
So like a similar one, right?
practically a similar one.
Okay.
So yeah, it seems like now we know a lot more about these inhibitor chips again.
Yeah, because at the time you didn't quite know, right? How that their consciousness was actually aware of
Yeah,
what's happening.
but considering the end of the Clone Wars as well, Rex went through the same thing. He was kind
Yeah.
of aware of what happened.
So at the
But
time, did we know that he was aware?
yeah,
Okay.
like he knew that
He knew.
he tried to kill Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And apologized to it afterwards.
Right.
But I guess this episode really shows that it took an effect more on Wrecker because he's like trying to kill his own friends.
Yeah, and even tried to kill Omega, even though they
Yeah, they
sort
were
of have a
like best
bond.
friends.
They have a
They have
bond.
like quite a big bond, and he tried to kill Omega.
See you, Bill.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're done anyway.
Yeah. But
So,
yeah, overall it's a good episode. It actually moved the story along, so
yeah.
otherwise, yeah, not much else to look at.
Okay.
We covered it all. Quite short episodes, all good.
All right, let me stop this first.